Am I the only struggling to brush my teeth? I have been struggling to stay on top of brushing my teeth for about a decade due to depression and a lack of self-worth. I often consider most forms of basic self-care to be more than I deserve, and frequently have to force myself to do the most minimum of hygiene practices. I have been improving a lot, but for some reason my teeth are the last thing on my mind during the day, and it ends up feeling pointless to even bother trying to catch up sometimes. Try speaking to your dentist about ways to help your teeth passively when you're not able to make yourself brush. I was encouraged to at least use mouthwash whenever I can to help break down the buildup from not brushing enough. Sometimes we have to do what we can manage. I've always hated brushing my teeth. Here is what I've done to make it tolerable. I only brush once per day. In the morning. Consistency is more important than quantity. I only use a small amount of toothpaste. A full strip makes me gag. Better to brush with less than not brush at all. I use cinnamon-flavored toothpaste. It took me way too long to correlate my aversion to brushing was linked to my hatred of mint. I have a Sonicare toothbrush with a timer. It does most of the work and beeps at me to change quadrants. This has been my routine for 15 plus years. It's not foolproof. I had a small cavity that had to be filled a couple of years ago. But it's way better than nothing. This post and replies really made me feel better this evening. I've gone through a lot of dental work in waves over the years, and every time I'll be super diligent about oral care. Then I'll hit one of those times where everything just seems to be too much and it all starts over again. I enjoy my water pick, but often it feels like too much effort. I mouthwash throughout the day and always brush before leaving the house. Woot those times that leaving the house are too much. I just don't sometimes. Thank you for not making me feel like I'm the only one. Best of wishes. If you can, get an electric one with a 2-minute timer. You want soft bristles. I literally went years without brushing my teeth, both due to mental health and homelessness issues. I just had my first dentist appointment in 12 years or so. I'm so glad I got it done finally. I've been taking care of my teeth more consistently the last few years, but the visit made me feel so good. It was definitely a car of facing one of my fears. That of embarrassment. To be honest, you're not alone. And you're not a monster. I hope you're able to feel like you're in control again soon. No, you're not alone. Set a recurring alarm so you do it same time every day. Amp yourself up for day 1. Amp yourself up to stay committed. Also try to eat less. No sugar, and your teeth will be so much better off, brushing or not. Get an app called Finch. You set yourself daily goal like brush teeth, shower, etc. It's amazing for depression as it reminds you to do the things that make your day feel right. What's helped me is brushing whenever you take a shower. Every night before bed. It's easier for me to maintain that habit because you're stuck in the shower and you have no choice once you start brushing to finish. You're not disgusting. Find a toothpaste you enjoy using. My dentist said it's okay for adults to use kid products, so get a strawberry or yummy flavored toothpaste. The trick is to find something you'll like forward to using. If you're too tired to brush, try to make it a habit to brush your teeth in the shower. Listen to me. As a depressed addict all my life, if one thing makes you get out of bed at 11 p.m. when you want to just check out, let it be this. I largely neglected dental care from 2030 because of addiction and, more so, depression. It's a giant regret of mine. It seems harmless until it's not. You got this. Even twice a day and some ACT mouthwash will set you to a good path. I just tell myself now it's 90 seconds of my life and to just get it over with. You are not disgusting and you have time to rectify this. Keep your head up. Depression will get worse with missing teeth and dental issues. Play some music and brush. Dentist here. I've found that progress with oral health can take time. Start out small. Upgrade to an electric toothbrush. For instance, several have timers and will make it easy to keep track of your time. Start with 1 minute once per day, preferably before bed. Then try 1 minute twice per day. Then 2 minutes twice per day. Eventually, it will become a habit. I suspect the gums and teeth will be sensitive, which is normal. All you're trying to do is get into a routine. Eventually, I would seek out a dentist, hygienist, who can assess your needs and get you cleaned properly in an office. Obviously, you'll need to find someone you trust. People can have strong preferences on their dental provider. So take time to research offices that share your values and don't intimidate you. Eventually, you'll have a dentist and hygienist who can help you with your specific needs and get you back on track. Hang in there. It will get easier. You aren't alone. I struggle to brush my teeth too. Not having your parents getting you in the habit when you're young is such a real feel. I'm in my mid-20s and I'm just now starting to get the hang of it. My mom used to actually laugh and call me names because it was so terrible. Whatever happened in your life, Op? I hope it wasn't that bad. I saw you said you have an electric toothbrush. That's great. Please remember that brushing harder doesn't mean your teeth are getting cleaner. Let the electric toothbrush do most of the work. You just move it around your mouth. Also, try to get into the habit of flossing. I personally use the floss sticks, but that's my preference. You will bleed when you floss and that's okay, it's normal, especially if you haven't flossed in a long time or ever. Maybe you can floss once every 2 days and work your way up to twice a day. One last thing many people aren't aware of. After you brush your teeth, you're not supposed to rinse out your mouth. Just let whatever's left stay in your mouth. It's good for your teeth and keeps your breath fresh. Hey, any chance you also have ADHD? Check the ADHD sub. There are a lot of people struggling with brushing their teeth. It may not be depression alone. Another factor here could be misdiagnosed or undiagnosed ADHD, which is likely to happen to females more than males. Often routines revolving around self-care are hard to establish and maintain in those with ADHD. As a female, I wasn't diagnosed until my mid-30s and I've had depression on and off throughout most of my life. I cannot say for sure here, but it's some food for thought. I see a therapist and it's helped get parts of life on track, and I have to work a little harder to keep life up. Also, at a point in my life when I didn't have insurance and barely money for my rent, I found a dental school that would clean my teeth for $2,030. No insurance needed. It was fully supervised by a professional but took probably 3x as long as a normal appointment. You're not disgusting. I'm 40. I've had an issue for years. The worst part is, unclean teeth and bad breath cause massive anxiety in me. Even when I do brush my teeth, it never feels clean enough, nor does it encourage me to do it regularly. Please know that this is unfortunately normal for many with depression, and not an indicator of if you're responsible, or mature, or even hygienic. This is an indicator of depression, and the fact that you recognize it is really good. Here has what has worked for me. It may or may not work for you, and that's okay. I keep a toothbrush at the sink and one in the shower. Along with paste. I'm much more likely to do my teeth in the shower while I wait for my hair to condition than at the sink. I think it's BC I don't like how the paste spit feels on my chin. Regardless, in the shower is more comfortable. I keep Listerine at the sink. I'm more likely to rinse and spit than brush. It's not as good, but it's better than nothing. When I've gone 23 days without brushing, if I realize it, I remember the time I needed 7 fillings in one visit. They offered to split up the job, but I doubled down on my guilt and said, if I go home after 4, I won't come back for the other 3. So let's just do it. 7 fillings and 14 plus shots of Novocaine later. Look, beating yourself up won't help. Brush and rinse and floss as much as you can and see a dentist as often as you can afford it. You are not a bad person just because depression messes with your logical, practical brain. Same. One thing that helps me is just swishing with mouthwash instead at times. Either Listerine or something like Act Anti-Cavity. Sometimes I swish with it while brushing my teeth, i.e., mouthwash in lieu of toothpaste. That feels a little easier. Habitica app or some kind of daily diary where you reward yourself for habits. When I started, also recovering depression, my therapist recommended this and my list was 1 make bed, 2 brush teeth, 3 eat breakfast. That was it. I didn't always get everything done each morning. And that was okay. No punishment. Just mental reward if lots of ticks. But over time I improved until it was just a habit. Good luck.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.